January 10, 2022. I'm moving houses for the first time, heading off from Utrecht, where I was working for my cousin, just helping her renovate and paint her apartment. And now I'm heading over to Amsterdam to go live on a houseboat for 2 months, which I'm super excited about. Houseboat in the center of Amsterdam. Got a pretty gnarly deal on it, and I'm super excited. But here's the beautiful bike ride that I'm on. I'm now at my houseboat. Pretty darn small, but it's cool. Whoa. And it's one room. All the fancy spices and stuff.
So this houseboat that you see, I had for a 2-month sublease, and my goal while I was there was to try and network, I guess, and find another place to stay in Amsterdam, which is usually pretty difficult because the housing market is like really tight, especially if you have a low budget. And then the other goal was to find work. I found some work doing construction through a network of friends that I met. And then I also did a little bit of Uber Eats.
Pros and cons of doing Uber Eats in Amsterdam. Pros is that it's beautiful. Cons is that you don't really get that many orders, so you don't really get to make that much money. But because there's not that many orders, it kind of circles around to the first thing, which is that you just got to ride around a cool city.
The next 2 minutes is me sharing some clips of my favorite parts of the city. Amsterdam is below sea level and is thus surrounded by a lot of water and intricate levee systems.
Right here we have the entrance to Vondel Park. And now exiting Vondel Park, off to go to Rijksmuseum.
This next place that I'm visiting is one of my most favorite places in Amsterdam, and it's an old shipyard that has since been converted into a restaurant and some cool artsy places. This here is the dock that they would slide the ships down on, and that right there is the shipbuilding yard. And inside is a whole bunch of cool artsy places. It was mostly a whole bunch of studios and like shipping containers that artists made into their own offices.
This is the new house that I am going to be moving into in Amsterdam. And it's pretty big. Welcome in, there's my Uber bag. First room. Then we even got a garden, which is pretty rare for Amsterdam, so pretty sweet. I guess this will be something like the living room. We got a couple more floors as well. First floor, first bedroom. Pretty nice. It's got a balcony, a nice overview of this playground. Here is the kitchen. And some plants that are here already. A little mini balcony. And we even have a fireplace. And then here's the top floor. Top floor has a lot of cabinetry. And we also got a mini balcony up here. Let's see, what else? Then we have
2 more mini bedrooms with sinks. And okay, here's a walk-in closet, that's cool. And here's another tiny mini room. Yeah, cool stuff. Excited to like put in some lights and some furniture. I'm kind of nervous. I have like this very nervous feeling about it. But I mean, this is like, it's tough to find a place in Amsterdam. So the fact that we got like this freaking mansion is pretty cool. While I was in this new house, I tried to get back into track and field again. There was a club pretty close to where I lived. I went to 2, maybe 3 meets and practiced for a few months, but in the end, it was just too much for me to like handle between looking for steady work and housing and all these things. Also, my body was not the same, and it was so much to be able to get back into that same shape that I was last year. I was in this house that you last saw until May 29. After May 29, I had a gap of housing, so I ended up finding a sublease for 2 weeks. Then I moved in with a cousin, and then later on an aunt and uncle further up north. Soon after that, though, I came back to the US for a wedding of my brother. And when I came back from that wedding, I found my first semi-permanent house in Amsterdam. It's been a while since I made a video update. I just got back to my first actual like permanent leased spot in Amsterdam, and it's my second day here in this location. So it's a little bit further away from the center, my other places, but still nice. To help pay the bills, I ended up starting a business in construction. The work was pretty simple. It was mostly demolition work, drywall, painting, and also I did a little bit of installation of insulation. A Monday in Amsterdam. Look at that horizon. That is beautiful. Getting ready for the week. Working on chipping stucco off walls. While I did really love the freedom of having my own business and being able to control my schedule, I didn't really love working by myself, nor did I really like the projects that I could do with the skills and tools that I had at that time. As a result, I started working on getting my breath coaching certification so that I could try that out to see if I liked it a little bit better. It was going pretty well in the beginning. I linked up with some interesting coaches on LinkedIn, and I started a course that was intended to help me learn how to monetize this breath coaching certification. I also volunteered at a class, which was kind of cool, but unfortunately I was running high on stress and low on money, and I had a rent that was due that I couldn't afford at that moment, so I ended up bailing and taking the first job that I could get. And the first job that I could get was working in a warehouse. Right now I gotta get some candles. 15 centimeters tall, 115. I'm just trying to escape down here. This place totally blows. It's shit work and nobody appreciates you. But I need 10 of these. You can put them on carts. And although I wouldn't recommend warehouse work to anyone, I did end up meeting some really cool people there. For example, I remembered meeting this one particular person who was making double pay. He was from Ghana, and I guess he got like a work visa, or he had a girlfriend from the Netherlands or something. But He was taking sick pay at his last job for 2 weeks. He was already on his second week. And then he decided to get a job working at the warehouse so he could make double pay. That was just really clever. I mean, that's smart. And as I'm recalling, I'm realizing that almost all of the good workers were internationals from either Africa or South America. So for this job, I pretty much put party goods like cups and plates or tables or candles onto carts. Then I checked them off the list and also sometimes had some fun racing around on those little scootmobiles, but not that often. Mostly I was hard at work. And I eventually ended up quitting this job because my housing and work wasn't going well, and I got a job on a farm in North Holland.
Now I'm with a shaky camera. Took a wrong turn, but I'm in. Oh my gosh, it's slippery. It's solid ice. My back wheel just skidded out. In the Netherlands, North Holland. I'm on a potato farm and I'm biking around to explore the area. My phone camera is broken. Everything on the phone is broken. I can't even do phone calls because the microphone for the phone calls is broken. But upgrade coming soon. I can feel it. Here is the farm that I am currently working on. So let me tell you what I do here on this farm. Actually, let me just explain how things work. Potatoes go in there. Then they take a band all the way up over there. They get sorted into their size and placed into they call them bunkers, into their place. And then at the bottom right there, it goes up, goes into like a conveyor band, and right in that room, I take out all the bad potatoes, and then the good potatoes fall in there. And then it goes onto a conveyor belt over here, and this machine puts it into pallets. Pretty cool. So I work right up here. The potato sorter. So if you can see, these things are different sized grids, and depending on how big they are, that's how it determines like the potato size that gets in. And this is where I sit. I sit on one of these chairs, and the potatoes come through here. And then I put stuff in there, and I put stuff in there. And the good potatoes come through here, fall into one of those holes. Yeah, that's the potato work. Right now, the family is on vacation, so I'm watching over the farm, which is pretty cool. I just have to count the sheep, give the animals some food, get some eggs from the chicken coop, and yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see what I'm doing in a month or two, who knows. And thus concludes my year of 2022. Excited to see what 2023 has to offer me. I have a lot of different thoughts and ideas. There's a part of me that's like craving stability, and there's another side of me that just really doesn't want to get a 9-to-5. A part of me that really wants to try and find my own unique niche, like what I really want, and being able to find that and be my own boss. And doing that isn't easy or straightforward. But if I move around enough, maybe I'll find it, or maybe I'll get tired enough and realize that the regular, 9-to-5 job is for me, which I have actually thought at several times. Anyways, that's it. You'll have to stay tuned for 2023 year update to see what it is I end up doing.
Thank you guys for watching. If you did watch, I'd love it if you could subscribe and like the video if you liked it. And right here at the end, I'm going to leave a couple of interesting deleted scenes, fun things that happened this year. Peace out. See you guys next time. I got to visit my sister and her beautiful 3 daughters. My mom visited me with my sister, and my sister and I went to some really cool art exhibitions and had an awesome time just wandering around Amsterdam together. I took a train ride down the Hudson River to New York City. I had a cool motorcycle ride in the Rockies with my brother. I did a road trip from Colorado Springs with my little brother and sisters all the way down to Alabama, where I saw my brother get married. I made some friends, went to a zoo with one of my friends. This is the friend that I was in anti-squatting house with. My uncle visited me. My aunt visited me with my uncle, my brother and my cousin here in Rotterdam, my uncle and aunt on New Year's Day, and my Oma, and also here is my Opa and my Oma, and another brother.